Yo, just getting stuff set up. I gotta grab a quick breakfast and I'll be bouncing in and out for a few minutes, but we'll be experimenting, playing around with, and I'll kind of explain some stuff I've been figuring out with the OP-XY and OP-1. Well, it still sounds like it's the tape is in sync with the sequencer, which I think is good. Let's see here. Switch over. Get a little bit better zoom in here. It is pretty dark out, but welcome. So let's go over a couple things. Spent some time yesterday trying to figure out what actually needed to be done to get the OP1 and OPXY to work together. And effectively what I'm doing is all transport controls are going from the OPXY to the OP1. Unfortunately, it's not, we can send the audio over, but it is not, the transport controls for some reason aren't coming from the OP1 field getting into the OPXY. As far as I've checked all the settings, it should, but maybe there's something else I'm missing. Do one last quick check for MIDI. Oh, we got clock set to in. That might be it. Let's try. No, doesn't seem to. It's not mattering. Anyway, I'm going to put it back to in just so, I mean, I know the OPXY is doing transport controls to the OP1. I have the volume knob down here because if I don't have it down, it's going to play audio out the speaker, which is sort of fine, but not really what I want. I don't want it getting picked up on this mic here. So audio MIDI is going through the USB-C for both of these. Not getting any ground loop hum or anything right now, so that's all good. To get the audio to pop up and work, you do need to set this icon to the USB-C icon, and you're just going to toggle it on and off with the darkest gray button here. So as long as it's lit up and looks like white instead of gray, it means whatever you've got selected here is on. The OP1 is also sending full volume over, so if you want to adjust the input levels, you're going to have to do it with this gray knob, or no, it's the lightest gray. So if you go to adjust your gain staging, you're going to have to do it here, and I found around 40 seems to be pretty good to sit in the mix with other things on the OPXY. That's going to depend on how you've got your all your synths and things on the OPXY setup. But with that said, if you want to use a tape on the OP1 field, you're going to need to make sure that both have the same BPM. I guess I could probably set it to use external, but if you do that and your the tape loop points and things may not line up the way you want, because you're going to have to do it manually. So what I've basically done is you just pick a point, you go in, shift over however many bars you want, and out, and it seems like it keeps it pretty well in sync, at least for, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes, I don't know. Seems like it works okay. And you can then record live into the tape loops. You can lift them. You can do a few other things. You do need to be careful. You don't want to use any of the tape tricks unless you're really confident or practice doing that. I am not confident and have not practiced doing it, so it's very easy to get things out of time. Similarly, if you're trying to play something on the piano keys here, and you use your left and right arrows because you're like, oh, I just want to transpose up and down an octave, and you're in tape mode, you're going to move the tape. So there's a couple things to be aware of. But besides that, if you just double tap stop, no matter where you're at, actually I think if you just press stop once, it'll go back to the start. So you go back to your in point for the tape loop, and that will reset that there. Unfortunately, and I don't know, maybe Teenage Engineering will look into this, but if I hit stop here, it doesn't matter how many times I hit it, it's not adjusting the tape loop point. I'm just letting you know it's fine for the most part, but it just puts an extra step on you to manually get this set up and working. But that said, if you're at the start here and when you're ready on the OPXY, you just hit play and it's going to work. we can hold shift and, you know, tap the buttons like you would to mute and unmute things. So we just got like kind of a bare bones track playing here. And I can do shift 1 to bring the drums in, shift 2 to kind of bring that melody in. Shift 4 is not, wasn't playing anything, didn't record anything. Then shift 3 to get all of it unmuted. So, besides that, you can do a lot of fun things in the mixer space with these in sync. I mean, I can slowly fade out the drums, for example, or I can adjust the level I want them to be in. You get your panning. So if you're just looking for a nice fade, this can be a decent way to transition as you're kind of moving across a song. You also got a single master effect, but you can kind of change the feeling and tone of a song by just plugging something in here. I kind of like the grittiness that the terminal's been adding. So, this is just me goofing around so far. And just kind of getting a sense for how things work. I will show you how this gets out of sync very easily. So as I said, we're playing. I'm like, I need to go an octave lower. If I just tap this, it's not... Actually, you know what? It doesn't seem like it's doing anything when we're getting transport control, which is actually apparently a good thing. For some reason, I was thinking I was worried it would move. You can do reverse, and this can certainly mess you up. I don't know if I'm going to drop back in very well. Yeah, we're now out of sync, which might not be too bad if I didn't have the drums also going, so we could mute it. But you're going to have to do like a really quick... We're in play. Okay, I didn't know it did that. So if you're apparently if you're playing... Wait. Might be learning something new here. Wait, I'm messing myself up. Okay. So if we move this out and I hit play. So for some reason, double tapping this is causing it to re-trigger. Or if it's already playing, it's re-triggering at the beginning. All right, well, at least if you're playing, you've got an emergency way to get everything back in sync again. Okay. Just trying to wrap my head around all this. So I could technically, I should be able to do something weird like this. So if I come out, I would let go. Yeah, okay. You gotta probably stagger it a bit. Make sure you let go of the reverse or whatever first. But you can do this. I forget if this one catches up. Might still be in sync. Seems like it's jumping over. I don't know. I'll keep messing with it. That one's gonna get you out of sync. Well, as with anything else, requires some practice, experimentation, and playing around. So we'll keep an eye on that. So let's get in and just start something fresh, I guess. Kind of see where it goes. Go over here, in, make 4-bar loops. While we're doing this, I do want to check. Okay, and it is triggering back to the endpoint. That is most excellent to know. Okay, we'll stop. I'll commit to 82 BPM since that's what this tape is. Here, we go new. What are we calling this? Let's name it 1202. Be super generic. 12. Actually, I should go 24. So we know what year it was. 24. Go backwards. Oh, 4. Oh, yeah, it's the 4th. I'm losing track of what day it is, apparently. And then we'll delete that. Okay. We now have a clean slate to work with. I'm just going to use whatever's around for these kits. We'll stick with some drums. I don't like that snare, but kick's all right. Let's just get rid of the metronome. We need to commit to 82 to match our tape. Okay, double tap to get it back into sync. All right, I got a few things I can think about, which is one, like I could do like some of the, need to open up the audio. So we're going to switch over here. Let's drop this back down to 40 just so it's not overwhelmingly loud. Now the nice thing to also know is even though like you can hear we've got the terminal effect on, because this is on master, it's not going to record that to tape. So if we want to hear what it's actually going to sound like, we can just switch over. So, and we can kind of play along with it. One thing that I'm going to stop for a second. One thing I've also, sometimes I'll play around with is if I don't want to build out the entire 4 bars because I'm worried I might not be in time, which can happen, I might just make it 1 bar to start and play it from here. Then I just need to, let's not put it on the 3rd track. I usually put my drums on the 1st track. So now we got like something, hopefully it's close enough to being in time. So now if I want to turn that into 4 bars, it's just a lift, drop, 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 drop. We've got it, hit out. So we just have like this kind of boring kick pattern. Well, that was terrible. So if I don't like that, I can lift because I'm on track 2, I can just lift it and get rid of it as long as it's just not in record mode. So I just need to get back into record mode now. Oh, I lifted track 1. Well, that's a bummer. Why could I drop it? Okay. I should have recorded this on track 2. Let's do that. Nuts. Okay, this is where it can get a little twisted. So I accidentally recorded that hit that I didn't like. So it's just one of those things you have to know mechanically how you're working on the OP-1. So you can kind of move things forward on the tape while it's looping, but there's certain things that you can't do. Like you can lift to delete, but you can't lift and then drop very well. I don't think, at least when I used to do this, it would be a problem. So let's go back. We'll just set to 1 bar. We'll record something like that again. We'll get there. Just have some patience. I promise. Actually, you know what? Let's play it. I want to see what happens if I drop it. Yeah, it's going to drop it in the wrong spot. It's going to be offset. So let's go delete it. We'll lift it again. Stop. Drop. 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 That gets us 4 bars. Out. Start over. Now move to track 2 so we can kind of play around. We have something running there. All right. So let's say we want that on that spot. I'm going to switch to play. I'm going to stop it because I want to lift this just so I can do this. All right, it's fine. It's good enough to work with. Let's go to some synths here. I gotta go to brain. Let's see. We'll go A sharp major. Do A minor, it's fine. Do that again. Do. Let's knock out some bass. Feels like 2 bars. Let's read a little something. Now, I can go similarly. Let's move to track 3. Record play just to get it into like the overdub mode. Just try and noodle something out. That was like 2 bars. All right, so let's say I don't like that. You can just lift it. And as I said, like the playhead's gonna stay in the right spot, so I can come in. Let's start over. I think we got. Because I was seeing it looked like we were off by 1 bar. I'm not sure what I did. So again, like I can just kind of keep noodling here. Oh, I hit. Is that what's doing it? I probably didn't hold down record. I bet you I did it to myself. All right, we're gonna have to lift this. This is where I think if you're gonna try and do some of the stuff live, you probably want your stuff recorded into the OP-1. Again, just practice though. So record. The problem is if I just tap record, I think you're gonna do like this as like a quick move to get it to stay in overdub. Anyway. I know, it's like, I'm just goofing around more trying to loop, but if you want me to change it, let's see what we can do. We could filter it for sure. Let's even like filter it. Getting a little quiet, but that takes the high end a bit off, if that's what you're looking for. I have found like the mixer doesn't have a whole lot of headroom on it to boost the audio up, especially when you start dropping it like this. The amplitude, it's not doing much. Well, we got what we got. No, I'm not taking it as anything critical. I'm just goofing around more than anything else. So, all right, let's see if I can record some piano stuff here again. So if I want to get out of record, just hit tap play. I can now start pulling out some of these. So now we just have the drums playing from over here and just the bass coming out of the OPXY. I just did the shift mute for the tracks. So I want to add something else. That's way too harsh. So let me get this to work right. There we go. This is a big problem with tape, is you gotta wait for it to loop around again, but whatever. And it's a little off at the end there, but this is the thing, if you're using the OP-1, you just have to sometimes be okay with it being a little goofy. Let's start adding some other sounds here. We can also record some stuff unquantized if we need to. So let's mute a couple more tracks up here. What is it? Is it stop and record? Record and stop? No. Shift stop? One of these I know will delete all the notes. I'm gonna have to practice it again. All right, let's go 2 bars. I do not have any Electron gear. When the Octatrack first came out, and every time it gets re-released, I'm like, man, I should totally get one. But I haven't picked one up. And at this point, I really would need to sell some stuff off to feel okay getting it. But I mean, like the Electron gear, definitely, they've got plenty of cool stuff. I've always watched what they've been doing, but it was always kind of in that price range where I was like, I don't know if I can afford that. So I mean, the big ticket items I really bought was an MPC X. I mean, at the time, an MPC 1000. Really, the two most expensive things have been the OP-1 Field, OPXY, Waldorf Iridium, and a Access Virus. I think besides that, everything I've mostly gotten has been in the $1,000 or way, way less than that. Yeah, someday I'll make a friend that lives locally who has some Electron gear I can play with. But I don't know, I'm not like into any... I live far enough away from Boston that I don't know if I'd go pop down there for anything. But maybe I should give it a try. Go look and see who's out there. That's okay. But well, let's try and tune it. Definitely some of these rolls, you'll have to turn quantization off to record. So like doing that, I don't think it's gonna... It's close, but if you want it to be off the grid, you're just gonna have to turn it down. I don't know that I caught that. It's okay. Let's see if it will let me go to 2 tracks and still play that. I don't think it will. No, it did. I don't know why I was doing this yesterday, where if I set it to... No, it's going down shorter. That's the problem. So it'll do something weird if... So now if I go down to... Yeah, it'll play that, but it's... You can see these notes are lit up, but these are on bar 2, so they never play. It's just a weird UI bug, I think, but it is what it is. All right, let's put terminal on. We'll dirty it up a little. Let's add a new track 1, unmute it. Oops. Sounds like we're getting a... Let's see. Are we getting a little out of time here? Or it's supposed to be my playing's just out of time. I do need to learn what the key combination is. There we go. Okay. Record and stop will delete everything. These two are currently in sync over USB-C, although I'm not so sure. I've basically forced both to be at 82 BPM. This is not getting an external clock from the OPXY. It is getting the transport controls, but it is not. I don't know that this is really staying in sync. The OP1 field, when I've synced it to other gear to do stuff like this, if it is over time clock accurate for whatever the external device is, it'll be fine. But it is like a concern that they could drift out of sync from time to time. But I have noticed that if both are playing and I hit the play button, you can see like it's actually restarting the loop here. So if you're in time or close enough in time, if you needed to force a resync, you at least can do that from the OPXY. Because I don't think I would trust myself to stop this track. I mean, yeah, that was not a good start. I mean, you just hear it's like it's out of sync. But if I hit play here, whoops, and add an extra note, apparently, it will re-trigger the OP1 field in time. So I would say it's not perfect, and I don't know that it makes a great. I think with a lot of practice, I could see somebody doing some really cool performance stuff with it. Not sure I will put the work into it, even though if any of this is helping anybody, happy to help out. Where am I going? I don't know. As I said, I'm just kind of goofing around. I'm not a fan of this synth. Which is making me want to use it to force myself. Okay, I think this is where I got myself in trouble before, is if you extend the bars. Yeah, so let me do this again. I want to see if I can get it to work correctly. So what I did was when we were, I don't know, like halfway through the loop here, I extended the bars and then it shifted everything off here for the 4-bar loop. So it wasn't in the same time, even if it was in sync with the OP1. So what I'm going to do, I just want to see if I start playing and I'm really quick. Oh yeah, I got a double tap. Let's do that again. So that gets them both in sync. Okay, doing that, it's still in sync. What I'm doing is I'm just looking at the step number here and comparing it to like where we are in the tape. So what I did is, let's say we're on the 2nd bar here, and then I add the bars. Now I'm off by 1 bar. So you definitely need to be, yeah, that would be a problem, because if you get something that, it depends on what you're listening to as you're trying to play, but I certainly am not good enough to be able to play incorrectly to then get things to be in sync if I re-trigger. That's so the only way to get back in sync would be don't record anything, and at the end you gotta tap play, hope that nobody hears it, or just be okay with it. And I guess we'll hold the record. Okay, that gets it back in sync. Maybe it's not so bad with chords. It just sounds noisy. I don't know what I just did, but I definitely messed that up. It sounds fine, I guess. It's back to quantize 100. I did not set that. I wonder what caused it to go back to 100. Well, that's a mystery. Worth figuring out. This out. I'm just going to kill it instead of fading it out. Okay, so we now have nothing playing from up here. Those hats are probably going to clash a little. Get rid of those hats. Alright, so why does it go back to quantize 100? Get a new track. Let's go to 0. That was off. Favorite artists? I don't know. I just listen to like random stuff. I don't usually pick out a favorite artist. If you were to ask me who I listen to the most, I would probably say it's like 90s, like 80s, 90s, 2000s music. A lot of the more recent things, I should make time to listen to more, but usually what I end up doing is like I'll put on I don't know, drum and bass or some lo-fi or just some beat instrumental stuff. Usually I'll hear something like, that sounded really nice, and then it will be gone, and I won't necessarily go back and listen to it, or I'll hear something again, I'm like, oh, that was cool, I'm glad I heard that again. I probably haven't been particular enough about who I'm like going out to listen to. Although I will say, I don't know. I mean, like, it was funny because Dibiase reached out to me on a YouTube comment and was like, hey man, I got some questions on how to set some stuff up. And I responded to him. I was aware of him, but hadn't listened deeply to a lot of his music. I started checking it out. Definitely some really good beats, good flips, cool, interesting stuff. I love the guy's just what seems like his personal philosophy is sharing information, helping educate people. So yeah, I've been checking out his Discord. The crew that he's got over there seems all really cool and supportive. I've done a few of his beat flips just to goof around. So I would say, if you haven't, like, go over to his Discord. Every 2 weeks he does a flip. I don't know how he's gonna be. I don't know how he's gonna, if he keeps getting people over there. I don't know how he's gonna go from doing like a stream of listening to 50 songs and keep going. But I don't know, really cool guy. And been like cool to just go back and listen to some of his stuff. Let's see. And hello, Fred Krunek. Sorry, the text is a little small, so the my display is about 3 feet away from me. So even though I got pretty good vision still, it's a little hard. Yeah, DiBiase's awesome. Like, some of the stuff where I remember seeing like people, I'll say, having beefs with him. I was like, man, I don't know how you like I don't know. I will get it's not to the same level or anything. I will get like people posting like really weird comments or just negative stuff. I'm like, whatever, man. Like just be cool. Like, if you don't like something, move on. Anyway, to answer you though, I don't know. Like, when I'm starting to get into like doing like drum and bass stuff again, I don't know, like AK-1200, Bass Nectar kind of stuff, like really cool. But I know like this is all like old stuff. Got my daughter into 80s music when she was a little kid. Most of the 80s music I knew because my parents played the heck out of it. Though they edged more towards 70s and 80s. Like, I mean, Michael Jackson, obviously, like a ton of great songs. A lot of really cool old school rap. I mean, I know it's come so much further these days, but like there's just like some fun old 80s songs, like, you know, LL Cool J and Ice-T and all that stuff. What else? Like 90s, I kind of got into Alice in Chains. I mean, Guns N' Roses, obviously more like 80s, but I mean, they had like some stuff in the 90s. Metallica, Tool, I could listen to. But I've gone to a ton of, if you're talking like concerts, I mean, I've gone to Tool, Kitty, Avenged Sevenfold, Slipknot, like, just, I don't know, like, I just went to all kinds of crazy stuff. In like the late 90s and early 2000s, I had a friend that before he went into the military, he and I would, it was like every weekend we were just going to out. Aphex Twin, absolutely. Depeche Mode, I like them. I appreciate what they've done, but it's not like something I reach out to go listen to a whole lot. Similar like U2 and like REM. Like, I think there's a lot of like really great instrumentation, singing, like arrangement and stuff, but not, I don't know. I probably err more towards the electronic side typically when I'm like listening to stuff. Like Boards of Canada, like I'm not like, I couldn't say like I've listened to their whole discography or anything, but definitely like they get like some cool sounds and like do some neat stuff and can be playful. 9 Inch Nails, like some of the stuff that they did, Trent Reznor and those folks, to really push things in some new interesting ways. I don't know, I'm just rambling off a whole bunch of different bands at this point, but I don't know, I also, like, for me, when I'm just making music or something, I don't know, I just try and like, I don't know, you guys might be sick of me saying if it sounds good, it is good, but I've just always had like just an artistic philosophy in general that as a artist, it's like, just pick what you like. Like, I mean, obviously if you're doing it for work or for a business, you're trying to do what's popular and interesting for everybody else. But for me, like, I have like my own day job. I'm not super worried about what like making sales or making money from music. So I'm just doing it for fun. And like, given that, like, to me, it feels like if I think it's interesting, then that's probably good enough, and people will come hang out and like listen to me like do a goofy stream or something. if I'm doing something, but I don't know. I used to do put a lot of albums together and stuff, but these days maybe I should get back to doing it because it does give you some more structure and forces you to timeline and things. But I don't know. I'm also like just happy to kind of noodle around and make some sounds instead of being like focused on I have to finish a track and get like the arrangement perfect and all that. So, anyway, where am I going with this? Couple things. So, I mean, it seems like these are staying in sync well enough. If I want to, if you guys haven't used the OP-1 before, a thing that's really nice with it, like doing the looping, is I can hold shift, and if I hit the left or right arrow, I can bounce through previous recordings. So like if I want to go back because I want the drums that are back there, I just hold shift and tap left, and once it gets to the end of this bar, it's going to bounce over. Now whether you like those drums or not depends, but it was just something I recorded out to the track. So I can envision somebody doing like a performance where you lay out a bunch of different, 1 bar, 2, 4 bar loops and kind of work your way through it as you're doing a song. You can certainly do like shift, you can do the shift and then the 1 through 4 here to mute your 4 tracks. You got shift and we can mute stuff out here. So you can definitely keep things moving and kind of record stuff in live. Like I can find another. I think the track is muted. 3 there. Now I don't have a way to cue. I think I got one of those notes a little more than one. It's a little off, but it's fine. You can hit play to get out of overdub mode. All right, let's go to track 4. See what we can get. It's gonna kind of weird, but I gotta stop doing the bounce over and have a muted track. It's no good. So I would say one thing, just doing this, I mean, just like playing live in general, and if you're looping, it is super helpful to give yourself like some extra sounds at the end of your 4th bar or 8th bar, whatever your transition is, so you can at least listen in to know where you are in the track if you're going to just start playing something live over it, because otherwise it's super easy to get lost. So let's see if I don't think I have enough fingers here, but let's say I want to switch over the drums. I'm going to do shift on both of these and flip the drum tracks. Let's see how I can do that. I can do this. It was okay. I mean, it's in time, presumably. I feel like another sound came up. All right, let's go back to track 1. We'll get a new track. This is dangerous because we don't have a whole lot of drum reference points, but I mean, I could just cheat and drop some stuff in here. Just program it in, I guess. It's fine. All right, we got this sustained chord. Let's get rid of it. Oh, did I? Okay, it's fading. I was like, if I killed that and it doesn't send a gate off message, that will be upsetting, but we would have figured out how to do it. Oh man, and I still forgot. I gotta figure, okay. Quantize 0 still. I forgot. I wanted to go figure out why we went back to quantize 100. Let's see, is it track based? Oh, okay. I bet you then one of these tracks is track 5. All right, let's go do this. I'm gonna go set that to 0. Whoa. Oh, okay, this is where I did like that roll. So if I, that's interesting. So, okay, it is quantizing it. It's recording the notes at 1920 parts per quarter note, and then it's quantizing it live based on whatever the value is. That's actually kind of awesome. Because I was thinking, yeah, I was thinking that you were, this is where the OPXY keeps surprising me. It's like it's a similar to, sorry, I'm thinking like 10 different things. So whatever you're recording for notes on the timeline apparently is not, it's putting it unquantized onto the timeline, and then it's quantizing it based on the value you change this to. So we could presumably change this in real time. Yeah, like, okay, like you can get like a subtle quantization if you wanted it to not be, I don't know if you can even read that. Right now it says 0, but yeah, like you can hear it's not like the rolls coming out different as when it's at 54. It's not quite the same. So here's like sorry, I'm just going to stop the whole thing. So if let's find a plucky sound here. We can. Okay, so a fun thing you can do that I realized the other day as well, and this just kind of leads me into all of the interesting stuff that you might be able to do for side effects, changing quantization values. But if you got the arpeggiator on, like on the MPC, when you record with the arpeggio, it takes the MIDI notes through the arpeggio and records the MIDI notes onto the track post arpeggio. That is not how the OPXY works. Instead, it just records the notes that you're playing to the timeline, and then if you have the arpeggio on or off, it will then apply it. So you can do some fun things with that. We'll just record something in here. So with this, it's playing the arpeggio, but if I turn it off, you just get the note. So you can actually do like, you can have like a track kind of serve double duty here, because I can record that in, and now if I put the arpeggio on, it's actually going to hold these the whole way through, and then it's going to switch over to this note. I think it's going to give us 6 notes total. We can't see let's see how long this goes. Well, I think in theory what I'm saying still makes sense. I don't know why it's not showing us the length. Maybe it's because the arpeggio's on. No. Anyway, just seems interesting to me that you can do some of this stuff. So let's say I want to go fresh on the OP1. I can do shift and move over. You might not be able to see, there's like you can see over here, this gray bar is where it's going to land after it hits the end of that. So we're going to end up with nothing playing. So we kind of didn't have a nice fade, but that's a problem for using the mixer, fading down, switching over, all that fun stuff. Let's see, we now have a bunch of muted tracks. I can go through and unmute everything because we got nothing playing. Maybe the terminal should come off. Let's go find some drums. All right. All right, fine. Missed one, two. So if I don't like that, lift it. We'd start over. I think that first one was bad. Let's do it again. I should probably just switch the track. Nope. Let's go to track 2. I'll just mess it up otherwise. It's okay. So we got something goofy here. Let's go back to the OPXY and go find something else. String sound. All right, let's go 2 bars. I did it before while we were in the first bar, so it should be lined up. actually. That one's off. That one needs to be extended. And here. There we go. Should be better. Too long to noodle on here anymore. Record and stop. Clear. Okay, you gotta hold it, then it goes across. Okay, we got rid of this instrument. Switch over to... Do we have anything fun in the snapshots here? We could go Mini Moog. Delete that. We'll start over. We'll go to 1 bar. I feel like I'm off like half a bar. I found it. Let's go find it. See what else did I have? Well, it cuts through for sure. Oh yeah, I was in 1 bar. So to extend this to 4, wait for it to wrap around. Should be in time now. I think I can hold shift and pitch it up Okay, that did work. Can pitch bend it. Give her some of those hats. This is muted. Let's go make a new track for the bass line. I do hear a bit of crackle from time to time. I'm gonna have to figure out if I got... I'm not seeing anything on my mixer, so... Let's go mute some more here. Because it's possible it's coming from the OP-1. It might be. Let us... I was having this problem yesterday. Wait, wrong button combination. Okay, we mute everything here. Let's bring the OP-1 back in. Yeah, there's some crackle there. As soon as I brought it in, like, what the heck is that? I hear a little pop at the end of the loop. That's just something you're gonna sometimes get. Actually, I heard it at a weird spot. Didn't sound like it was at the end that time. Let's see if it's baked in. I hear it there, right at the end, or at the start. Yeah, there's... I wonder if there's an audio driver issue going over USB-C. I hear it. It's definitely there. We could... if I can find the appropriate cable. We could switch from USB-C audio to audio. See if that helps. Okay, audio out to audio in. Go here. We'll mute this for a second just so I don't accidentally blast everybody out. Okay. What am I doing wrong? Wait, that one should be one of these. Oh, because I have the volume down. There we go. Okay, so we're using MIDI, or we're using USB-C to send MIDI. I mean, doing it this way, you get the volume control too, I guess, which is nice. And we get drive if we need it, but see if we hear any more crackles or if that goes away. Still hear that at the pop at the end. Might have been the way I recorded it too. So I'm not going to blame the OP-1. It might be my fault. apologies for dropped frames. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm going to have to figure out my network situation here, but I'm literally watching the frames value. My bandwidth is just tanking for some reason. So, I guess the moral of the story is the USB audio drivers, either on the OP1 side or on the OPXY side, have a little bit of crackle in them. See, if you want as clean a signal as you can get, you're going to want to go audio out to audio in. I don't know. I'll keep playing around with that as new firmware versions come out. Okay, we can start bringing stuff back in, I guess. Track 8. Let's mess around here. See what we can do differently with the harp here. Oh no, that's the organ. Oh, it's just okay. Harp is in there somewhere else. That's fine. Let's see. So I did something weird here. Quantization on. I think I wanted to play straight for what I was going to do. Where are these? Okay. Oh, they're in the middle, that's why. So, let's do some step stuff. We want this note to, let's see, component skip every second, component cool. So we expect this to pulse. What? No. Not what I wanted. And it's not that good. Bend up, down. Can't even hardly hear that. I don't know what I was gonna do. I had something in mind, but apparently not enough caffeine. All right, let's find a different thing than terminal. Nitro can be fun. We're gonna noise it up. Probably too much. There's always cow. Gotta leave those. I think we gotta get rid of those hats. Oh, it's muted. I gotta. That's gonna be one thing that. I feel like I've gotten super weird here. Maybe it's time to start something new, or what time is it? Should take a couple minutes. Let's see. What are we gonna mute and unmute? And then I'll could just go grab some water. Just leave it all unmuted. Why not? Becomes a bit more of a mess. Yeah, I'll be right back. 3 or 4 minutes. And they do look good together, man. I think they sound pretty good together. Nice, compact little setup for being able to play around and get 2 different styles of music making going, where you can edit every little note down to the finest detail, or you have to live with whatever you've played or try again. I will. Hey, Cresshead, I'm about to take a 5-ish minute break. I'm just gonna leave this stuff running, and I will be right back. So, if you guys want hang out? Happy to answer questions. Start doing work. Maybe I'll start over, start another track, do some different workflow stuff, and see where we get. I've been trying to make sure I learn a little bit more about how to get these two to work together, and I have certainly learned a few things. So anyway, guys, I'll be back 4 or 5 minutes. Yo. It is a heck of a rig to take down to McDonald's. I haven't been to McDonald's in a while. Yeah, I just realized, I was like, I grabbed some water, but I was going to call my parents. My mom's getting hip surgery today, and just was like, I'm going to go check on, see how they're doing. And realized my phone, which is up here, is holding the video, and I tried calling my dad from my other line, and he doesn't know my other number that I've got as like a Google Voice number. So, hello? Oh, okay, it looks like I do have it on. Anyway, yeah, apparently he's screening my calls because he doesn't know what that number is. But let us get back here. I don't have a KO2, so I can't tell you what that workflow is like compared to the OPXY, but you can punch stuff in really quick on the OPXY. So I would say like to me it's pretty good. I mean, honestly, let's not do new. Delete that. Let's we gotta hold it down for a second. There we go. So let's say we want to start something brand new, and we'll do that. And over here on the OP1, I'm just going to start a new section. Go 4 bars out. So we now just have like a blank section of tape to loop over and play over. Renaming stuff's not my favorite, but I don't know. What am I going to name it the same as I did before? Probably M. We'll go 2412. Might be able to hear the clicking through the microphone here. 04, and I guess I'll call this 01 in case we end up recording anything interesting. I don't know what it, I think it puts like a -1 on the end or something if you don't do it. But anyway, we have a new track. Basically it's you just load different kits in, or you can record stuff just to kind of keep this moving and not take forever. I will just go find a different drum kit. I'm going to have to load up though. I'm going to have to like start loading up some stuff. I've seen some people are already making progress on programs to convert OP1 Fun drum kits to OPXY format. So I look forward to that. So a couple things to note. I am going to need the metronome to be the same on both the OP1 and the OPXY. I don't like that kit. I mean, I could maybe, whatever, we'll do this. Sounds like a rock kit, but it's cool. So we've got 82 BPM here. We got the default here is 120. I'll turn the metronome off. Let's go also, this time I'm going to mess with the, we'll mess with the swing here. There are a few different swing modes that are documented. It says SH on them, or it's like 2 letters here. There is another menu you can get into that you can see the full names. Is it under Shift? Let's get out of here. Thought it was Shift. Maybe it's just COM system. I know I saw it. It's in like a weird spot. I have found it. It's not COM apparently. Where did I find it? Oh, maybe it's under config tempo. Yeah, so you've got under config, when you go into the little pen menu, you can see here it says you got signature. So if you want to change your time signature from 4/4 to something else, you can totally do that. And you can see here we got groove type. This is just what you're seeing on the metronome for the 2 characters. You got, whoops, wrong knob. You got like shuffle through Danish, wobbly, prophetic, whatever. So if you want to do some of the different swing types, they've got some in here, baked in here. Let's get out though. Yeah, let's go do a. We'll do like a. Oops. There we go. Like a rock style. Get rid of that. So we've got a kind of rock style. We'll start over. So a thing you'll want to know if you're going to try and sync these two together is you either need to make sure you hit stop on the OP1 to get it to trigger back to the start at the beginning starting point. Otherwise, you're going to have everything shifted off and it's not going to stay in time. Or the other thing that I've found is if you just double tap play, the second play tap will pull the transport for the OP1 to the beginning. So I'll just show you. If I get this like halfway out, if I hit play, it just starts from wherever it was. But if I double tap play, the second one pulls it in. So if you need if you're deciding to do this and you want to play live, you just need an emergency. Like I need these things back in sync. I don't know what happened. Just double tap play and it'll do it. And if you do it like at the end of a bar or at a phrase or something, I think you can kind of get away with it and people won't notice so much. So just like a tip, I don't know, thing to be aware of. I might do some just like in 5 videos going over stuff I've been learning for using these two together. I'll think about it. We got to get the volume out. So I could do USB-C audio, but I have noticed that this gets crackly. So if you want audio, you're better off using the line in. So we'll switch over to the aux. Over here, we've got input is on microphone. We need to switch this to line. Why am I getting so much noise? Oh, might be the effect. Do we have a feedback loop going on now? Weird. What is going on? Hearing like a weird. I don't think that. Oh, it's because it's on the master, right? We got cow going. Turn cow off on master here. That's better. So with that, I would also say it's probably not a bad idea to switch this to manual and then decide what you're going to use for your key and scale. I actually kind of think it's handy because you get a nice little piano here that you can at least see if you need a quick reference for what notes are in your scale. You can do it kind of quick. So like I can see F Dorian has a little small on the screen here for OBS, but you should get the idea. Like you can at least like kind of get like a cheat sheet for what you're doing. If you're going to use the brain to transpose notes up and down, do be aware it's not going to transpose them. If anything you get played to tape is not going to get transposed on the OP1. So if you're going to do transpose tricks, you probably want to mute your tracks on the OP1. Or like stick to more percussive sounds. It depends what you're looking for, but just as like a note, I guess. Just trying to find something that sounds. And I've got a 3-bar loop here, which is no good. So let's just make this 2 bars. It's fine. All right. Whoop, wrong button. All right, we got 2 bars. I will cut this and just get rid of this vestigial weirdness. I probably don't want that on track 3 for how I've been kind of working. I'm trying to keep the track 1 and 2 as like percussion, 3 and 4 as other like melodic pieces. The scale and key is saved per project on the OPXY. I haven't like dug deep enough to know if it's saved per song. It's like if you change it, like I don't know if you're in song mode, which you get to with shift and the arranger button. I don't know like if the scale changes as you get like build up different songs. I haven't figured that out yet, but at the very least, it's definitely saves your scale per project, which is super nice because I don't know, I don't want to have to like put scale information in the name of the project along with BPM and all that stuff. So that's one area where I would say I get kind of like, it gets exhausting on the OP1 field if you don't have, like, I just always am like, I need a notebook to write stuff down for the OP1 field. Whereas, you know, in general, like a lot of sequencers, since it will carry a lot of that information, it's super helpful. So yeah, if you're of the mind that you want a device that will kind of keep that as much of that information as possible, OPXY is pretty good for that. I mean, one of the things I've done in the past on the OP1 field has been have like a bar before I get into whatever my loops are on the OP1, and I'll just record audio of me speaking into it saying like, this is F sharp Dorian or whatever. And then I'll have to go back and listen to that to know like if it was what I thought it was or not. But yeah, that information is encoded into the project. Yeah, that's like one thing I kind of, the MPC does a pretty good job on some of those things, but it's not always perfect itself. So definitely nice. I've been mentally comparing this a lot, the OPXY a lot to the Dirty Wave M8 actually, and I think they both actually fit pretty well the same purpose. It is nice having the 16-step sequencer. The M8, probably the thing that I find the hardest to work with it is just like the 24 parts per quarter note. But I mean, it's very similar for like, I think a lot of the ideas for song structure and things where you just have multiple tracks. You can kind of mix and match them as you're playing through. And I mean, the M8's got way better sample manipulation, sample time. It's currently got a lot more variety of what I would say are like your step components on the OPXY. So you can do like really crazy programming stuff on the Dirty Wave M8. I have played around with the step components a bit here. There's not as many as what you get on the M8, which is fine. But I think you get like some of the things like the punch-in effects and some other stuff that if you are looking for that, I would say the XY is more playable as an instrument than the M8, but the M8, I mean, it's a tracker. That thing just does like so many cool things. Anyway, let's get out of here. So yeah, I had to double tap to get this back in sync. So we've got, like, if I don't like this track here that's playing that I just recorded, I can mute it for one thing. While it's playing live, if I want, while it's playing live, I can lift it to just basically erase that track, but I can't drop it. So if I try and drop it, if I lift it, it's now gone. If I want to drop it, I have to stop everything to get it to line up correctly, because if I drop it now, see, it's like in the wrong spot. It'd be very hard to drop that in time. I'm just going to lift it. Let's go track 3. So if I need my cheat sheet for what notes, I can come back to the brain because it's got the scale here. And let's see, we go C, D, E, F. Yeah, so F here. Well, let's switch to an instrument. Sorry, just trying to practice a little bit. So if I want to record this, I mean, it's like the usual for the OP-1, just hold down the record button, and as soon as you let go, it will stop recording. Can be a problem because this is a good way to get audio clicks, where if I play this, like I guess I'll just keep messing around to show you some stuff. So I play this note, and then I like switch out of the record mode here. You're going to hear it stops like unnaturally. And the only way to get rid of that would be I gotta lift this again and then start recording. Like, that was terrible. So I may have actually caused myself a problem. I'm not hearing it, but I let go of that before the piano key, like kind of the decay of it went out. So you do, if you're going to record this way where you kind of punch in and punch out real quick by holding down the record button, you got to be careful. Otherwise, if you want to just switch it to overdub mode the entire time, you can just kind of hold, you tap, hold, record, and like kind of roll over to play real quick. This will keep it in a record overdub mode, so you can kind of just keep looping as much as you want. Why are you mad at me, man? What did I do? What did I do to hurt you, Rustic? Is it having these two, or did I say something to upset you? Let's keep going. Okay. Let's go find a different bass. I have some people telling me the bass sound was no good. Let's try this acoustic bass. I think it's okay to also be like, this stuff is unaffordable and unobtainium. I mean, this is a lot of money to invest in two products that arguably, they have a lot of features that I don't think are traditional, which is cool and can push you in some interesting ways of making music. But I think it's totally also fine to just be like, this is over. I guess you could probably get an OP-1 field for $1,500. You're going to be hard pressed to get the OPXY for less than $2,000. So you're talking about like $3,500 minimum to get these two. Where I mean, I do get people posting YouTube videos saying like, you could get an OP-1 or an MPC-1 and like an SP404 Mark II and a loop pedal and a bunch of other stuff and still have tons of cash left. For me, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't ever done any of these videos to be like, I want to get this because I want to get as many views as possible. I'm more interested in the like, I want to do something fun, have fun, learn some new things. And the OPXY was something I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. And I mean, I've got the OPZ, where is it? Just had it like here a minute ago. Oh, it's right here. I mean, I really, really, really love this thing. I think it is amazing. And if you don't have one and want to get a sense for what the OPXY can do, this is awesome. I've got a oversynth skin on it so that it's got more notes and things to make it a little bit easier to work with and understand. But get this, get the line module, and I mean, you can do probably, I'll say at least 60% of what the OPXY can do. There is definitely some niceties that the OPXY brings, but if you just want to like get into this style of step sequencer and just learn a lot of the details, many of the step components that are mapped here are pretty much the same or very similar to the OPXY. So I mean, it's a good way to learn, like, do you like these step components? The punch-in effects, I put this on here without triggering stuff. The punch-in effects that you've got on aux here are very similar. Like this one, like these two are going to kill either your drum track or your melodic track. I don't have anything playing melodic on the OPXY, but I mean, you know, you can get like some of these other step components. They're either the same or, again, very similar on the OPZ here. I don't know. It's a tough one for me to just say like, hey, you should go get it. It's just because it's so much money. But what I will say is I will happily make as many videos on the OPXY as I have on the SP404 Mark II. If people want to ask questions or they're like, hey, can you just like show me how to make this type of track or something? I will do my best to try and do that. I'm happy to do that. I do think that where I think a lot of people have a problem with the OP1 field, just because you have to live with your mistakes or practice and try again. The OPXY, as I said, you can just kind of come in and you can get as deep into the step sequencer and things as you want on it. I think it's easier to follow. Like if somebody's got like writes up this is how you make a house track on the OPXY, it's going to be much easier to be like, oh, okay, I put, you know, kick drums on these steps. I can go twiddle some of the step components and just kind of get like that ease into learning how it works. Whereas the OP1 field, like, you just need to dive off the deep end. So it requires more, and it's going to push you more. I think the OP1 field pushes most people that in my circles that I talk with more creatively than the OPXY will. I am by far more a sequencer head and sample head. So to me, I don't think that the OPXY is doing anything novel that I can't do someplace else, but as a cohesive package, like it's so the right size, easy to throw in a backpack and take with me. And it pairs, now that I'm understanding things a little bit better, pretty nicely with the OP1 field. So I don't know. If you get questions, throw them out. Happy to answer them. Cresshead, I do hope that Teenage Engineering spends some time to get these things across the field line to sync a little bit better. I had to zoom out for this, but I do have the TX6 over here. I mean, that's what I'm using as my audio interface for a few reasons. And well, mostly because it's a nice little mixer. I can take it with me, and it has one really cool thing that it does. Actually, I'm going to move this over. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dig Dug DIY, but I got this goofy box. This box is it takes a TRRS signal. So like your Apple headphones, not AirPods, what are they, like earpods or something? Whatever Apple calls them. Anyway, I have my full microphone set up. So this mic going through a couple rack devices to get noise gating and all that stuff set up. It's going into that box. It's coming out as line audio. And then that box is converting it back into a microphone level signal and coming into the headphone jack on the TX6. And the TX6 has a mode where it will gate, it'll lower the volume of like music playing. So like if I cranked this up really high and I'm talking, it's basically auto gating my voice. And I've spent some time trying to just look into devices to make it easier for me to record and stream so that I'm not having to do a whole lot of post-production. I know if you guys are like, hey, why is your video quality's like okay? It's mostly because I'm just trying to make sure I'm not spending forever working on videos. I'd rather just kind of, as people ask questions, get this stuff out there really quick instead of having to go record 5 minutes of video and then spend hours editing them. I don't know, it's just style I kind of ended up on. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know, I'd like to see like some better syncing. I'd like to see multi-line outputs out of these two devices. So going into a computer, it's easier to get audio out, whether it's to the TX6 or a computer. So then you can do, drop it into Ableton without having to record one track at a time, because that's time consuming. Where are we going? Somewhere. Okay, I loaded this acoustic sample that I recorded, and I need to go back to the brain to use my cheat sheet here. All right, so. So, yeah, these two do, these two here. Okay, I think I got the shape in mind. It's fine. Let's go see what else we got for sounds. I haven't like really dug super deep into all these. I have recorded my own wind sounds. I will probably post some of these probably all of it. Maybe I'll just find a place to post it for free on my site or something for anybody that wants it, but an ocarina. Hey Soul Days, how you doing, man? Nope. Nah. Well, you can always start with one. I mean, I've been slowly building up and then selling off my music collection for over 20 years now. So there's no rush, man. Like you just, I think just find the one piece that you think's going to give you something new, different, or exciting. And this is where I'm going to do a step component. Let's do this last one every fourth note. We'll go. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like, just take your time. There's no rush to get all this stuff, and it is okay to buy something and just be like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't like it. Sell it off. And again, like, I know some people get like hung up on what if I want it later. I went through 3 MPC 500s. I'd buy it, hate it, sell it, miss it, buy it again. I've been through 2 OP-1s, like the original ones, 2 OPZs that I've been through, 2 KO33s. I probably need to reduce my SP404 or SP collection. I'll keep the Mark II just because I keep getting so many questions on it. But like, I've got on my left over here, I've got 3 rack mountable Akai samplers. So like, I don't need all this sampler technology, but I just keep picking it up. So I got stuff that's good to go. I feel like this needs some filtering. It's a little loud. Let's filter it. Yeah, we'll go down. That's like as extreme as we can probably get. It's fine. Just keep it like in the background. Need some more drums. Let's Yeah, I mean, like Apple figured out how to do their own in-house financing, so it is definitely possible. I think I need this on... I'm going to overload this track with too much stuff. Let's, oh, I can't switch. So because I'm in record mode, I got to hit play so that this loop will keep going, but now I can switch to the track 1. Got some dog fur here. What do we want? We want some more drums. Put an extra sound in here. This is the fun part, and I didn't record it. There it is. Yeah, this is the fun part of recording loops, is you make a mistake and you either have to decide if you're going to live with it, it's not that bad, or you're going to redo it. Let's redo it. Already made a mistake, guys. Come on. Let's fix this. Yeah, I don't understand the absolute hate people throw out or seem to throw out, other than I think it just makes good internet drama and people want something to rage against. So I've said it before, but it kind of, to me, feels like there's a lot of cope that some people are putting out there where they're like, I didn't get one for free from TE, but I don't know. I suspect TE actually is sending the OPXY to a very select small group of people that they know will either know the OPZ incredibly well and how to work with it and do stuff with it, or just otherwise like people that they've built relationships with that know how to like find bugs, test things, and actually give them like real reports on stuff, versus like, I don't know, I'm sure you guys see this, like a lot of folks, I probably have done it myself a few times, where it's like I get a device, like the example I'll give you is the Ableton Move. I have it sitting like right over here. I like it, but I probably won't be making like a ton of videos on it. It just hasn't like grabbed me in the way, maybe a firmware update will, but like I just see like a lot of folks, it's like they just get whatever the new piece of gear is. They talk about how much they love it, and then they don't do any videos on it because they probably didn't like it that much, or they didn't like understand it or build a workflow around it. And I don't know, for me, I'm just trying to like keep the devices around that I actually like and that I'm doing something fun with and enjoy. And I don't know. I mean, I'm also trying to like never I'm never like, I don't know, I don't want to be like selling stuff. Like if it's cool, it's cool. If I enjoy it, you guys should know. Do I ever make full tracks? I absolutely have. Like I haven't like sat down and made like a full album or anything in quite a while. Early 2000s through like 2010s, like I posted a ton of, maybe not a ton, I posted like some albums and stuff that I have gotten posted back up on SoundCloud. I have on my SoundCloud, probably it's well over 300 tracks. A lot of those were, I was just doing a track a day, and like whether it was a 15-second piece of garbage or it was actually pretty cool. It really, I was just trying to force myself to at the time really learn the MPC. So I probably got like 200-ish tracks of varying quality that I did on the MPC posted. I do from time to time grab beat battles and I don't know. I'm not like for me, it's not the battle component. It's like just doing something, trying something new, and having fun. So if I enjoy it, I will absolutely do it. The last track I spent a lot of time on was the DiBiase Flip Session 15, and I don't know, it was like 4 hours. It was like a minute and 30-second track. I wish I had more time, but there's also just like something to be like said for I'm being done. So I spent a lot of time just making different variations of like chopping up a loop, and probably like half the time was doing that, and the other half was arranging it to get it where I wanted with like automation and things. If I had like another hour or two, I probably would have been like happier with the track, but I don't know, just like kind of get it like where I could. As far as what changed in my life, Rustic, I'm assuming you're talking about like what changed that I like stopped doing albums. I had been doing it a lot. Back in the early 2000s, I had some connections that I was leveraging for either playing out like at clubs from time to time for like either my own tracks or like just DJing some sets out. So I had like a certain style where I was like really doing longer form, like DJ level intros and things, so that you could actually do like the mixing and beat juggling on records or CD or whatever. And I don't know, I kind of got bored of it. It's not a like I work a full-time job. I've been in tech forever, and it wasn't compatible with staying out till 2 a.m. and then needing to be up at 6 a.m. to go to work, or 7 a.m. or whatever. It just doesn't work well together, especially when you have like people like, instead of giving you a tip, they're like, here's a free drink. And you're like, I just had like 15 shots or whatever. I can't do this anymore. I'm not like a big drinker. My daughter she's going to turn 17 this month. And I don't know, like having a kid really changes your priorities on things. But still kind of was working on albums with a friend. He and I were doing a lot of stuff. He was pushing me to get more vocals into tracks. And I don't know, about 10-ish years ago, I had a boss that was like, hey, I suggest you go get your MBA. It'll like really take you far. And like that was a 3-year gap of just working the craziest hours for a job. Like every second that I had available was working on my MBA. And besides that, my wife was like, for 3 years, just whatever free time you have, spend with our daughter. When I finished my MBA, the two of us would just stare at each other for 2 months and have no idea what to talk about with each other because our lives had just drifted so far apart. So I don't know, it's been like kind of the last 3 or 4 years kind of pulling back on that and like just doing stuff together. My wife went back to school, so I've been like trying to support her getting her bachelor's degree. She just got a new job, and I mean it's awesome. I'm super proud of her. Like I didn't think she would ever do it, so I'm happy for her. Have I started working with any other artists yet? I do have like folks from time to time that reach out, but I haven't like really had like anybody that's like, let's go and like, or can you just send me some beats? Like I've had a couple people do that, and maybe I should take it more seriously, but I don't know. I'll be honest. Like I'm not looking for a business opportunity or all this stuff you start getting into crazy, like, okay, what's our agreement with each other and how are we selling this and all that. So, I don't know. I'd rather just give as much stuff away for free, whether it's like just teaching people how to do stuff and all that. Like back in the day, like I was doing some soundtracks work for some video games. The company went out of business and I never got paid for it. That was definitely a huge bummer and setback. And I was like, I don't know about this anymore. I have done some sound design and stuff for some like really small indie places, and I got a buddy that like we were nerding out on like some ARM, like really old ARM stuff, and like doing I was doing some like loops and music for him. I'll send him stuff once in a while, but I don't know. I figure if I'm interested enough, I'll go bother people, or if somebody's interested enough in what I'm doing, they'll reach out. So it's been like, I figured if somebody at Roland was interested in reaching out to me about the SP404 Mark II stuff I've done, they would. I've had a couple people that work there that have asked me if I would do consulting for them or something, but it hasn't gone anywhere. I would happily do that. I think there's like, I think Roland's a cool company. I think Akai's cool. I think Teenage Engineering's cool. I mean, I really started in like some old tracker stuff for music in like the late 90s, but I mean, for me, the first software I got into was Acid. I do think like forcing yourself to make tough decisions is important. Working with music, I've been meaning to get back into doing a daily track. I just haven't had I'll say, quite the consistency in my personal schedule. Although maybe I could do like a weekly daily track or something where I take like the first hour of the day, like from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. or something, just noodle something out. So I've been thinking about doing that again I was going to do it in October, then November, then December, and we're at the 4th. So haven't quite got that. Maybe January I'll figure that out. But I do think it's a really good way to force yourself to just pick a device, focus on features, process, and really hammer through things, which I think are all really important stuff. If you actually want to get into the business, you need to be able to have that muscle memory. Like people, if you're like doing a session musician or something, nobody wants you to show up and be like, and how does this work? And they're like, what am I paying you for? Like, you should show up and like, I just want you to drop a beat, like have a good drum set, know like your way around your sequencer, and get some stuff done. So nobody wants, they don't want to pay for your own education. Let's see. So most of my career, which is, I used to be able to say more than half of my life, but it's slowly, as I'm getting older, that's going away. But most of my career, actually even like a massive portion of my life, I have been a release engineer. That was working from startups to very large companies. And at my previous job, I was managing every product release at Red Hat. So like every release that went through Red Hat went through me and my team. Stepped out of that position for a few reasons, but ended up in the corporate development and strategy team, and I love that job. I am now actually at RISC-V International, and been at like a couple of conventions. We'll see how things go, but yeah, if you're into any of that stuff, if you're into RISC-V or new CPUs and stuff, that's kind of what I work in now. Absolutely been a programmer, mostly in automation. I guess at this point, kind of fallen out of programming and far more into just like what I would consider like process management, streamlining processes, all that fun stuff. The area of the U.S. I am in is the Northeast. I am in New Hampshire. I'm the 4th generation born and raised in the same town. And when I moved 40 minutes away, you'd think my parents thought that I had moved to another country or something. But like, I mean, I can pick up and go visit them anytime I want. I'm going to try and catch some time later today with my dad. So yeah, systems, operations, whatever you want to call it. But I am, I don't know, I'm one of those people that you put something in front of me, if you tell me it's impossible, I will probably try and figure it out and get something working, even if it's not quite perfect. In general, most stuff doesn't like scare me. So I'm always in the like, I can figure I can learn just about anything. It's been my attitude most of the time, and I'm totally okay with making mistakes. I would always, I always coach people, make mistakes and learn from them. And it's not a mistake. If you make a mistake and don't learn from it, then it was definitely a mistake. But I've made I've made very expensive mistakes for some companies I've worked, and I've also taken like some risks that were calculated, and made some like really big changes on stuff. So I don't know, just try and keep a positive mindset, try and learn all the time, and do what you can. Yeah, guys, I don't know. Well, thanks for the questions, and feel free to keep asking them. Like, I don't mind answering stuff. Some things I might keep a little generic, but where am I going with this? I don't even know what I have for tracks anymore. Let's go look. Let's mute some of this. But we got, I think there was a sound I was like, I want to play this, and maybe I started doing something else on the OP-1 field here. Okay, let's get rid of that piano. Yeah, pull down, chill out a little. Probably want some drums to actually play to. All right, we'll get back to the rock drums that I did. Let's see. All right, with this roll, I'm gonna have to turn quantization off. If you guys missed earlier in the stream, if you're going to extend the bars, you have to do it in the right time. Otherwise, it's going to be shifted off. So if from the OP1, so the OP1, when it's in the first bar, I can add a second bar and they will stay in sync with each other. If it's in the second bar and I add a second bar on the OPXY, they'll be shifted off by one bar. It gets even worse when you have 4 bars. So just something to either know, I guess, or keep in mind, but all right, we're gonna have to, as I said, I gotta turn the quantization off, so it's gonna either be terrible or it'll work. We'll find out. Good enough. Last time I said I'm not a fan of this and then I used it, but we're gonna go find something else. All right, another one that I'm gonna want this to be 4 bars. Get out of here. Get onto the first bar. We'll make it 4 bars. We should be good now. Nope. I was in the wrong spot here. Problem with this is now I have to wait for it to come through. That's all right. I don't think we've got any more free tracks here. Without, maybe like we could delete some of this stuff. I don't know that I care. Do we? I'll just move over. I'm just gonna move into a new loop. We'll go goof around. Now, for that transition, if you want it to sound nice, you're going to have to manually go into the mixer and drop the values. We're here now, I can unmute that. Well, get something good to eat, man. I just had a cereal bar for breakfast, so it was fine. Just eat healthy, drink some water. Ooh, that was not the right note. Let's try this again. We were out of key for sure on that one. All right. Oh no, I've done it. This is what you got to be careful of if you're using the OP-1. I accidentally was not in the right mode, and I hit the 1, which changed the endpoint. So now we're going to loop weird. So to fix this, I'm going to have to go back, hit N. I can do two things. I can mute the track. So like, let's just go through this. I'll explain it again. We'll shift 4 to mute 4. So now I can play it, but it's out of time because it's not in time with the OPZ. To get it in time, I'm gonna have to hit the play button here because if it's already playing, it will re-trigger. So basically what I have to do is wait till I'm at the end of the 4th bar and hit play. So I get like a little bit of a double tap because I didn't hit the play at the exact time, but I've now got these two in time, so I can at least unmute this now. Now, the other option would be if I accidentally hit stop or change some things here, if I don't want to, like I can stop this and I can try and hit play at the right time. It will trigger it. So we'll wait for the 4th bar. So that wasn't too bad. The other thing would be though, if this is stopped and it's stuck in the middle, I'm gonna have to double tap this, which can sound a little weird, but like it will get it back in sync. So the important part to know is if the field is already playing the loop, you can, when you hit play, it's gonna kick it back into starting at the right point. And the reason I'm just going over this is it's just a thing that if you're going to be like recording loops live and stuff, you just need to know how this operates together. Hey Bobby Rutz, what's going on, man? How you doing? Just over here messing around with kind of making sure I get the muscle memory a little bit for playing between the two here. So recording tape loops and recording sequences. Let's go load something else up. Let's see if I like this. That's not the right note. I'm out of the scale. All right. Anyway, we'll go with a violin. I didn't mean to re-trigger. I wanted to get out of the screen, but hit play instead of this button. All right. So back to, if I want to extend the bars, got to do it while we're on the 1st bar so that they line up. Something like that? I don't know. We'll try. I'm just going to hold this down so it'll just do like a punch and record as I play it. If I don't like it, we'll delete it. Whoops. Well, I messed it up. You gotta hold down record and stop. It will delete whatever you got in the track. You just gotta hold it down for like a couple seconds. You like the screen here on the field with like the little tape display going? it's pretty cool. So, I did find out yesterday, playing around, that we also get our own track for the punch-in effects, so we can do some, like we can record some of this and then switch between stuff, which is it's actually pretty fun. It's like we can kill everything. Whoops. I guess I deleted everything I just did. That's fine. By the way, I thought I had a 2-bar loop. That's why I'm getting confused. All right. Well, I don't know where I'm going, so I'm just kind of goofing around. But as long as it's a kind of fun JC. If you want, I'm happy to go mute some tracks and we can start over. So I'm just recording in some automation here. And as I said, if you basically tap this 2 times, you can switch between your instruments and the aux stuff that you have here. So if I'm like, I kind of like what I just did, but I don't know, I can hit new and I can just come up with some really new tunes and stuff. So like if I was like, I want this for the whole bar, I could tap this in and I don't like where it landed though. Actually, I do like where it landed. I just want this to be 1 bar. This is where we're going to hit a bug. I'm going to mark it down to 1 bar. Let's see if it works. It does work. Okay. If you have a 2-bar loop and you shrink it down, it does weird stuff. It's working right now, but if I had something on the 2nd bar, you'd see things light up. Here, I'll show you. Oh, actually now I'm off time. Let's fix that. We're now in time. If you do it wrong, when you're in like an odd bar on the OP1 field, the bars won't line up right. It actually doesn't line up right with the internal stuff either, but I don't know, I'm probably getting like super technical on that. All right, so we've got 2 bars. Let's say I come in. So I've now recorded in some stuff on the 2nd bar. Watch this. If I hold down bars and go minus, it's going to play this first one, but you see these 2 are lit up, but they don't play. That's because they're on the 2nd bar, but I can tap them to get rid of them. And like if I add them back in, it's on the 1st bar, but like this note is still on the 2nd bar. And you can find that out by if you hold bars and we add it back into 2 bars. You can see it goes away and it's going to be on the 2nd page here. Oh, right there. So there's like a couple weird things going on here, but I mean, I don't personally think it's anything super major. Once you understand what it's doing, it's not too bad. Let's mess around with... Yeah, let's do some like... just like kind of flip the drums a little bit. I do feel like I like I feel like it's going to be the same thing with the punch-in effects on like the PO33 here, where they're really cool and it's very easy to overuse them. I suspect that it's going to be like any of the other things like the SP404 Mark II or anything else. Like subtle use of them is going to be awesome, and you can like flip things and people will be like, what was that? Whereas if you just leave them on the whole time, people are like, that is the punch-in effect going forever. Kind of like it's going to be the same as like the tape here. I mean, like the tape, you can do like really fun stuff, but like if you just drop it at like the end, like people will be like, what was that? But if you like all of a sudden record. Like record something like that, and be like, somebody's just doing like a record shop. It sounds kind of terrible. So definitely, if you get one of these, don't. I'll say the same thing as I always say for the SP404 Mark II. Use it a little bit, but don't go crazy. So yeah, I keep trying to get it. I'll do this. I'll lick my finger and get it. It's my dog's. Here, I'll grab them so you can say hi. I've got get a little closer. I got 2 King Charles Spaniels. This is Emmy, and she's a great dog. A lot of people say she is their spirit animal. My other one's Zoe. She's staring at me in the I don't want to come over. So yeah, they both have very floppy ears. They're sisters, same mom and dad, just 2 different litters. So Emmy's the oldest. Zoe's a little bit younger by 2 years. More energy, more punchy. But Emmy's she's great. She's staring at me like, what did you just do that to me for? But she'll get over it. Yeah, the 2 of them just like sit around. So we've got, where was I? Back over here, punching effects. So if I'm like, you know what, I'm totally sick of this. It's not a big deal. Just zip back to like this other pattern. I can go new and just have it completely blank, so I don't have to worry about the punch-in effects for a while. So, yeah. I don't know, I might have like another half hour in me here. I gotta actually end the stream at some point so I can use my phone to call my dad, see how he's doing. Let's see. What do I want to do? Feels like I still have some punch-in effects going. What did I do that's causing... We're on a new track. Why is it doing that? Did I record some of the tape? Probably did. Tape. It's right here. Okay. Thought that was a punch-in effect, and it's not. There we go. Hey, Bobby, have a great day, man. Enjoy, and I don't know, keep making music. Any of you guys that want to like hang out on my Discord, it's super quiet most of the time. I've been trying to decide if I want to do anything with it, whether it's just trying to, I don't know. People show up and like ask questions. I'm always happy to try and do my best to answer stuff. There's plenty of other like knowledgeable, cool people over there. You guys are like, hey, let's start doing like something. I don't mind. Like I can start recording off loops if anybody's looking to flip stuff or something, or just post projects. I don't know. I should do something with my Discord. Mostly I use it to run a tabletop role-playing game with some friends. But besides that, it's kind of quiet. Yeah. Where are we going? We gotta do something here. Let's find some more drums. We go to track 1. Actually, let's not be in overdub mode yet. We gotta find the drums we want. Become the drums. Kind of like these subtle hats. I still feel like we're getting this tape effect. What am I doing wrong? Stop everything. Oh no, we're out of sync. No, I didn't double tap it, that's why. Gotta remember. Punch-in effect. Now, Nope, I'm on the wrong track. We're still... Okay, we're still here. I didn't switch over to the aux track. Yeah, I gotta remember, you gotta double tap, and then you can hit new. Okay. I'm getting things, not losing my mind. Okay, so we're clear. We're clean. I don't know why this seems like it's off. Some of these... Oh. I'm going to stop for a second. It's because this is a drum loop I must have chopped up. Yeah, sounds like I must have recorded and not done it for all the keys. So it's like a break or drum and bass. All right. I'm just causing myself to not know what I have. Cool. Now, let's switch over to overdub mode. Get out of overdub. Let's put some effects on again. Not cow. Yeah, we can go super crunchy. Let's go terminal. Maybe not that crunchy. Trying to find the right level of crunchiness. All right. Back to the track here. Let's take that out. All right, back to regular tracks. Let's mute some more stuff here. Keep that going, and how long is this? Okay, we got 4 bars. We want to shrink it back down. We got to do it on bar 1. Probably need quantize off for this. Let's see if we can find something that's crunchier. Unmute. Meant to do that. No, I guess it goes after. So I want all of these notes to only play every second. Can I do... Okay, it looks like we can select multiples. Every fourth. So I'll just play at the end of 4 bars. Let's get rid of that cello. Find something to play here. Not that. See what other synth sounds I've recorded in here so far. One bar, all right. Get these to play every second. I want to go back to this track. I think it needs to be filtered down a bit. It's a little... I'm on the wrong track. Ooh, track 8. Okay, it was track 8. Alright. I could filter the wrong track all I want, and it's not going to do anything. Wait, okay. It is this one I want to... Track 6. Let's switch this over to ladder. Not ladder. I thought one of these was like a band pass, but high pass. The low pass, it seems like it's the only one doing anything. Weird. Okay, well, we can really filter down. Might be something going on with the LFO there. Just keeping it more open than I wanted. All right. We might be like super out of time here. To record doing that, like a gate. Been a while. I know you can do it. You have to go pull this up for the microphone. You have to set it to the correct, to resample basically, and then it's been a while. I don't want to create a feedback loop on you guys, so I might do it on my own free time and write down the notes for doing that. It's been a while, but it'd be cool to record that over. Yeah, it'd be all right anyway. Right, this one needs a new variation. And probably this. We'll go back. Is this okay? Now it's fine. All right, we'll go to track 2. See what we got for drums again. I feel like super chill. We'll chill out here. I've had too much craziness going on. Oh, I was just recording over that. Let's not do that. We'll undo what I just did and make a new track. So new, we can now unmute it. So I want this one to be do every 4th. This one's probably too intense. Might be able to tame it. Let's start new. Unmute it. See what we got again. Actually, it's pretty heavily filtered. We can probably we'll leave it. Trying to go economy of notes. I don't think the sound is going to work for what I want. So we're going to need to load something else up. That's the ocarina. Okay. There we go. Maybe it's just one. We just need one good note here. I want this to be 2 bars. We don't want this to play very often. We're going to make this one play every 2. We'll just see if that works. Okay, we skipped it. We don't need any more. What do we got here? Mute. It's muted. New. Unmute. I don't mind it. I think we keep it chill. Where's the right chill? That's not chill. Ooh, we get too many bars. Maybe this will work. We'll find out. Nope. See, we're in the 2-bar madness. It doesn't work. Do these go too long? We could all like super subtle. All right, let's go back up here. Let's just do a new 2 bars. Be clean. Unmute 1 and 2. Okay, we're going through terminal still, which might be. If we find the right, we go like maybe we just need to go low. Just 1 note. I think we want this to start at the beginning. Ish. I think I started a little early. It's not as bad as I thought it was. All right, track 3. Let's see what else we got for sounds. Oh no, I did it. I did it. I did it. I tapped in instead of switching instruments. Good at playing. I'll probably switch it over in a second. All right, we're now in sync. Now I can switch to the instrument. It's probably too dirty. Let's go to master. Let's turn this off. Try to play these as light as I can. Nope. Maybe we did a different instrument. So what else we got? Something I haven't used in a while. Have anything weird I've sampled on here myself? I gotta get back to work. I had a ton of stuff. I just never backed it up when I sent it to Teenage Engineering to get fixed and lost a bunch of things. I feel like we're out of time. Not quite the right notes I want, but oh no, I did it again. That second half is no good. It's just, we'll chop here. Just gonna edit it live and start over. Maybe it needs to go up. I don't know. I'm just keep messing it up. It's fine. Maybe. Nope, that's not gonna work. I don't like the note progression, but I'm gonna live with it. Let's go find a pad. I think we need like a pad. That's not. Go to track 2. I did the first like 2 notes for it, but maybe it's just this. Because I'd have to make this 4 bars otherwise. Oh no, I hit play again. I gotta get out of that habit if I'm gonna keep these in sync. Nuts. Well, it is 10 a.m. my time. I do need to drop. I'm gonna call my dad, see how he's doing. Get some stuff taken care of. But hey everybody, I'll say thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And call your parents, drink water. Any other advice? Pat dogs and cats. And just be cool. Everybody have a good one. And I'll see you again soon. Bye and peace.